have just seen the comedy, the funniest films of the Pendance Film Festival, and now we are with one of the directors of one of the most interesting films in this section, in this LMFAO section.
Yes.
Clara Altimas. Clara, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
Congratulations for
Thank
your
you.
film.
Thank you.
I have to ask you, what's your song? What's the song that sounds in your mobile?
Oh, I have just a basic one, and you know what? My ringtone's never even on, but I thought about it. I thought about changing it.
Oh, yeah. And I think that part of your film delves into around a song.
Yeah.
That's a symbolic importance of that song.
Yes.
And what was the hardest part of getting it? Did you have to fight to get the rights for that song, or?
Yeah, I didn't have to fight, but I had to pay.
Yeah,
And
I
it
know.
was, it was like we had the option of using something that might be similar, but not as expensive, but then not as iconic. No one would recognize it, and I felt strongly that it was worth it to pay for 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton.
And well, but one important part of the film, of course, is also the actors.
Yes.
There's mainly 2 people.
Yeah.
How did you do the casting? Because in spite of the difference of age, there's like a feeling, there's like a, I don't know if chemistry, compenetration.
Yeah. It was tricky because it was like COVID, so I wasn't able to audition anyone. I was just sent actors' tapes, but not even auditioning for the parts, just like their demo reels. And they had read the script, and so they had to be like interested in it. And so then when I saw those 2 actors, I just thought they were totally perfect. I just saw them, acting in their own, like other material they had done. But it just, it really worked. And they were both game. Like they knew the content of the film, and they knew what they were getting into. So, yeah. We had an intimacy coordinator too, which helped. They like sort of helped it along.
Absolutely, absolutely. Have you had to work in the editing to get your vision? Or?
Yes.
Yeah. How did it work?
Well, it was tricky because it was like a lot of things were just people talking, and so it was like long scenes of just 2 people talking in a space, and trying to make that dynamic, trying to make it, come off of the screen in a way that is interesting to watch. A lot of it had to do with editing. A lot of it had to do with cutting things in a way that made them funnier and like more, land more. So it was a long editing process, and my editor was very patient with me.
Oh, that's important, because sometimes in comedy you need to provide this kind of cutting in the exact place to get to the rhythm with the performances. And
that's it. We saw that in a lot of the films where it like really was effective.
Yeah, absolutely. So, have they seen it? The actors, have they seen it? And what's their reaction?
I mean, great. One of the actors is right here. Do you want to bring her in?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Come. Come.
Hi.
He's wondering what your reaction to seeing the film is.
Yes.
Oh, this is the second time I've seen it, so I was really happy.
Excuse me a second, because now I have you, and yes, I had like another microphone, but this is completely improvised, so yes, just closer to the director. We know that you love each other.
Exactly.
It was wonderful to see the movie tonight with an audience and hear people laughing. It made me very happy. I thought it was great. I was really proud to be a part of it.
And hasn't anybody asked you about your husband? And we don't reveal anything, but
not really.
No?
No. No comment.
No comment.
Have to watch it.
Yeah. So you feel nice, like seeing yourself on screen, and what's the editing process? What's the problem?
That?
What's the problem with Clara? No problem.
No problem with Clara. It is very awkward, but it's like beautifully
painfully, humorously awkward. So it's one of my favorite things to watch other people do.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite kinds of comedy.
Yeah.
So
That's
okay.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. I'll just
That's
take it. Okay.
Don't touch us words.
It is one of my favorite kinds of comedy, the kind of awkward, sort of uncomfortable, kind of cringy, but well done at the same time. So yeah, I felt a little bit like that myself at certain points, but it has to be there.
Yeah,
for the journey.
there
So
are
it's so
moments.
fun.
There are moments even we ask ourselves, is this really a comedy? Is this a tragedy? How did you work it to find a balance?
I feel like we were very much on the same page.
Yeah.
And it's about humor as opposed to jokes. I think so. Humor can be there at any time, and humor can come out at any time. And so if the humor is there, and sort of the love of the story. And I mean, we were reading the script when we met the first time, online, and we were reading it. We were just laughing about this woman and this scenario and how funny we thought it was, but how our hearts kind of went out to her at the same time. And it's really fun to have an older woman character having this sort of like fantasy and adventure. So we enjoyed it a lot.
Absolutely. And how has it been? Because I think you have received several congratulations, at least while we're preparing the interview.
Just standing
How's
here.
been the reaction of the?
I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this has been really fun watching it here and having people I know, people I don't know see it and like it. But yeah, I think a lot of people find it funny but cringe. And I know when I was working on it, when I was sending it to people for notes and stuff, they found it hard to watch. Like they were just like, oh, it's so funny and good, but like it's so disgusting and we can't watch this happen. Like it's like so painful for them to like see it. So I guess that's what we wanted.
Yeah, I think that your film is the kind of film that you have like a lot of conversations about it, because out there are also layers like being unfaithful, like the age, the money, the whatever, what it looks fun and what it's fun and it's not fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Lots of things.
Yeah, lots of things at play. Because I also wanted to balance like, your character is, we feel for her, but she's like also on the verge of like, there's moments where we're like, it's
Making
a lot.
poor choices.
Yeah. So,
Making poor choices.
yeah, we wanted all the characters to feel sort of flawed.
Yeah, and real.
Yeah.
It's comedy, but on the other page, you can even recognize yourself and don't want to recognize yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what about the future? Do you have any other projects? You have projects together, projects separate? Projects where you say, I'm doing this and you're not doing that?
Oh, yeah, no, none of that. Separate projects. I'm working on a couple of things right now, just working in television mostly. And you say?
I wrote a play that's getting produced this summer.
Oh.
So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's good to know. So congratulations.
Thank you.
For your film, for your wedding song.
Thank you.
And for not having on your mobile the same song.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be expensive. Really.
It's true. Yeah, exactly. I can't afford it. That's what it's called.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.